Hello everybody, this is Little Big Kid 707B. Sorry I haven't made a video in a while. I've just been really caught up with work and having a family and everything. But anyhow, I'm glad to be back. Today I just kind of want to show you an overview of some of the games I have. I won't be able to show you all of them, but just just comment on a few really quick. I have them all scattered around basically. These are my PS3 and PS2 games. They're kind of all scattered around. There's Uncharted right there. Obviously, that's one that everyone knows about. Virtual Fighter 5 right here, and I really enjoyed it. I look back and say, well, what could have been? This could have probably been the, end all be all fighting game. Unfortunately, Sega kind of, dropped the ball on this one, not giving us online play. There's Heavy Rain. I know there's a lot of talk on the internet. Some call it point and click adventure. Some call it this, that. It's not for everybody. Bottom line is it's not really for everybody. If those people, that are really into high, adrenaline action and just want constant action, nothing's wrong with that, But they're not gonna like this. Personally, for me, I eat this stuff up. I really like the graphics are beautiful. Wow, this is really what the PS3 can do. The storytelling, it's totally a different take on gaming. I enjoyed it a lot. Too bad we're not going to get another one like it, because it seems like the guys behind it don't like to do much sequels. There's that, and then there's another one that some of you guys may have heard of. This, to me, I adore this game. I absolutely do. I remember years ago reading about it in EGM. And I played the demo and I knew, wow, I absolutely had to have it. I love the art direction. I love the storytelling. This is what they say, less is more. There's not a whole lot of cutscenes, a whole lot that's said, but it's so powerful. I loved it. I really did. This is actually my original copy. I bought it when the first day it came out. That's a Shadow of the Colossus. I really enjoy that just as much. Can't wait for The Last Guardian. This one right here is Okami. Unfortunately, it didn't do as well as I think it deserved, because it's got beautiful art direction. It's different. It's definitely anything but generic. It's by a lot of the same guys that I guess formed Platinum Games. I love the art direction, and it's definitely worth a pickup, especially for those that are like me that like to try those different games that aren't necessarily the most popular, but that are really fun. There's Valkyria Chronicles, definitely worth a try for anyone that likes tactical RPGs. It's definitely a really good take on it. There's Metal Gear Solid 4, the Collector's Edition. I'm a huge Metal Gear fan. I'll have that in my collection for a long time to come, hopefully. This actually is in here. I don't know why, but this is actually, I bought this as a pickup when I pre-ordered Metal Gear Solid 1 back in '98, I think. And they gave me this, so it's pretty cool. I'm a sucker for these little things, and I definitely don't want to part with this. So I like to have these little collectibles as well. Let me show you guys a couple more. There's Gray Fox, Frank Yeager. So I'm a huge Metal Gear fan. I probably will not get the Peace Walker, only because I can't seem to get into handheld games. Don't ask me why, but I'm all about Metal Gear, especially the console games. He's badass in there. Wow. So that's that. And then there's Bayonetta. I just recently finished that hard game. There's Resonance of Fate. There's Lunar. I love that game. It's definitely worth own, if not just for the collectible that Lunar is. I really enjoy the guys that published that. I think it was Working Designs. They just were awesome at packaging their stuff and bringing it out to us. Great stuff. These are my I'm a huge Three's Company's fan. I grew up in the 80s, so I really enjoyed that as a kid. Brings back fond memories. These are some of my movies. I'm a big history buff, so I have a lot of World War II related movies. These are, like I said, I won't be able to get really low to my games that I have, especially on the other side, but these are my Genesis games. They're over there. I don't have too many, but the ones I have are most of the ones I want. I do want eventually a few more, but the ones I have are most of the ones I want. There's Master System right there. These are not my original games I had. Unfortunately, I got rid of my Master System and its games as a kid. I can't even remember what I did to it. But these are most of the games I had. Probably my favorite one I have now is Shinobi. I really enjoyed it. It actually didn't cost me a whole lot. I think it was like $8 or $10 or whatever. But I remember as a kid playing the arcade version of it over at the arcades. And I did own the Master System version. This is not my copy that I owned then, but it's just as fun now as I remember it then. There's let's see. Let's go real quick over to the Saturn side. I did do a review on Saga, and it actually was a quick story. It actually was Panzer Dragoon Orta, which I also have, that got me into Panzer Dragoon. I really didn't know a whole lot about it, even though I was a pretty big Sega fan as a kid, and I played a lot of their games, Space Harrier, Hang On. Those games to me were just as memorable as Super Mario and Zelda were. But I never got into Panzer Dragoon, probably because I didn't have a Saturn. But actually, Panzer Dragoon Orta inspired me to get a Saturn, and to especially play it for get it for Panzer Dragoon Saga. So there's Sonic CD. I really enjoy those 2D side-scrolling Sonics. I'm definitely looking forward to Sonic 4. I hope that turns out good. This is actually a pretty neat game because I had no intention of getting it. I can't lie and say I did. I hardly even knew about it, but my wife saw the commercial and she kept telling me there's a new Mario, and I was like, well, what Mario? What are you talking about? So actually we ended up going to the store and we got a Wii just to play this game, and we loved it. Spent many hours getting angry at each other playing 2 players because she would always die. But anyway, it's a really good game, and I'm glad. I would love for them to put out another one like this, but I'm glad we're getting Donkey Kong Country Returns. I'm a sucker for those retro 2D side scrollers. Especially, there's a trend that's going on now. We're getting more of those. There's my GameCube games. Don't have a whole lot of GameCube games. There's the Skies of Arcadia. This is a very memorable. I also have actually the Dreamcast version, but this is the GameCube version. I supported it by getting it again. Unfortunately, we probably won't get a sequel to that. There's Pikmin, the 2 Pikmins. I'm a pretty big Pikmin fan. I'm looking forward to whatever one that comes out on Wii. This is a one that's really special to me. Another one is Ikaruga. Actually, especially in the golden age of shooters or shmups, whatever you want to call them. I grew up, they used to call them shooters when I grew up, so to me they're shooters. There's Ikaruga. Like I said, I had no interest in shooters growing up, but this is the game that actually got me into it. This is hard as nails, but anyone that has a slight interest in shooters, that has access to Xbox Live or GameCube, I'd say get it. Those are my Zelda games. I'm a huge Zelda fan. Have been since I was a little kid, since I think '87 or whenever the original Zelda came out. This one is pretty neat because it's I guess now it's kind of rare. They weren't supposed to sell it to me, but I think I paid $40 for it. There's Zelda 1, 2, Majora's Mask, and Ocarina of Time. And I'll just show a little bit more before I wrap it up. There's my Xbox One games. I had never really got into Xbox much. My best memories of Xbox One was Panzer Dragoon Orta and the the Splinter Cell games I have over there. I really enjoyed the Splinter Cell series back then, and Panzer Dragoon, good times. There's my N64. Don't have many N64 games. Didn't get into it much. There's my NES games actually, and what's cool about that, I'll get more into the story later on, but I was so lucky. I found all these games boxed. I think there was 4 or 5 NES games, 8-bit games, with the Nintendo Entertainment System in the box for $10. So I won't get into it now, but I'll explain that. So I got really lucky in that, and the boxes are in pretty decent condition, as you can see. Some of them even have instructions. These are my SNES games. There's Axlay, another shoot 'em up that I don't have a Super NES now, but as soon as I get one, I'll be giving that a try for sure. There's Super Metroid. Even though I don't have the system, I got it at a local retro game shop that just sells mostly retro stuff, because I knew it's something that I would eventually want to play. There's Zelda. That's my original copy, and I've beat it like 2-3 times. It's probably my favorite 2D overhead view Zelda game. So anyhow, that's pretty much it. I don't have much more time, but definitely I'll be making another video, hopefully a lot sooner than I did this last time. Thanks for watching, Little Big Kid 707B. Please leave a comment and tell me what you think. Okay, till next time, peace.